what love spell you did, or, what love affirmation, or, love visualization, manifestation you did. But when I tell you, you're getting the results. You're the bachelor or the bachelorette, and it's now time, like the contestants are here, or they're about to be here, and it's now about to be time for you to choose who you're going to settle down with. You're not meant to be like this brick wall of the world, higher power, single life. Like, you're not meant to be logged away, logging yourself away. You're meant to show up to the world. Everybody needs your mysterious energy, Pisces. By these next 3 months, you will be either in the talking stage with someone or officially in relationship. Okay, passionate energy, powerful spark. I don't know if somebody is dealing with a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius, or that's what's about to... There's something here about a very fiery energy, very, passionate energy, powerful spark. I don't know if somebody is dealing with a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius, or that's what's about to come into someone's life, but I was picking this up before starting your guys' read about this fiery, just this powerful fire energy, this, this burning flame I was picking up. So let's see here. We're just going to jump right in for my Pisces. Thank you so much, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, universe, galactic beings, ancient ancestors, elders. Guide us in this read for my Pisces. What messages do you have for us? Truly grateful for your divine guidance and celestial light. So Pisces, what do we have here? Right off the bat, we're going to have number 4 on the side, the Emperor on the side, Aries energy, fire energy. Mars getting ready to station direct. Here we have Uranus getting ready to station direct, Star on the side, Aquarius, Cancer, the Moon, and the Chariot all on the side. We already saw this at the beginning of the read, the Ace of Wands, the Hangman. Well, I can honestly say that your world's about to be turned upside down. Love, your world's about to be turned upside down with this Knight of Cups, Six of Wands energy that is going to come into your life. Yeah, I'm literally smelling fire. Like, it's strong fire, strong water, Two of Swords. The Fool, right underneath that Fool, Knight of Wands. Here we have Aries energy again. So it's very possible this an Aries, or this could be a Sagittarius for some of you. Ace of Coin, Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Coin, excuse me. Eight of Swords, Queen of Wands. Oh my goodness, you know what I'm getting. Hold on, y'all. Jeez. Lord in heaven. Okay, Pisces. Love, I don't know what you did. I don't know what love spell you did, or, what love affirmation, or, love visualization, manifestation you did. But when I tell you, you're getting the results. This June, this start of the summer season, energies are going to be lurking like crazy. So let's start here. There's a Taurus. There's going to be a Taurus here. They could be rich or very well off. There's a Virgo or a Capricorn, but I feel like for most of you it's a Virgo. We have an Aquarius here as well. We have some type of dominant Sagittarius energy that's about to come in. I feel like this is the dominant Sagittarius. This is Queen of Wands. I feel like that's who the dominant energy is. He, she, they, them, whoever. There's an Aquarius here. And then there's either a young Leo and a young Aries, or they're both young Aries. And one of them could have some type of like background in the Middle East. The you love, it is called, yeah, you see 222. You need to be ready. You need to be ready. Like, you really need to be ready to decide what you're going to do, because it's going to come all at once, Pisces. It's going to come all at once. And you could have been single, or you could have been wondering, like, if you're ever going to meet the one, if you're ever going to have a person. But you see, you have too many people. Perhaps also that fire that I was picking up at the beginning of the read could be representing like the passion that energies are bringing you, the desire, right? The burning desire that they have to be with you, to begin a beautiful connection, right? To start something new, to start something powerful. I feel like a lot of these energies, they feel the divine aspect of yourself, the wheel. Okay. You are fated to meet quite a few people. And I don't know how you guys are going to handle this. There's a Pisces here as well. There's a younger Pisces. But I feel like some of you may have not met this younger Pisces. I feel like some of you have met this younger Pisces, others have not. But you're going to. This individual could have dirty blonde, or like the straw blonde, or they could just be straight blonde. They could just be straight blonde. They could be Swedish or Finnish, this individual. Then there's a Taurus here with the Ace of Coins. But I feel like this Taurus, they can move a little slow. They could have like a rich dark brown hair. Some of you, this individual could be clean shaven. You know, if this is a man, he could be clean shaven. For others, he could have a beard. Or he could have some type of mustache goatee combo. He could have piercings. Some of you, he could have tattoos. For others, he has black hair. He or she has black hair. There's a Virgo here as well. There's a Virgo here who has like a medium brown. I don't know, I'm sort of looking at her. You know, I'm looking at her. They could have like medium brown hair or black. Now, she has green eyes, but I mean, they could have green eyes. I feel like for most of you, this Virgo has brown eyes. You know, most people have brown eyes. I don't know. Some of you, this individual could have glasses. Then there's an Aquarius here. This Knight of Swords, Five of Swords. But this individual could be older than you. There could be an age gap thing. Or you could be the older one. This Aquarius is younger. And then the Sagittarius energy. Or this is another fire sign. They could be Leo, Aries, or Sag. What is happening? Like, what's going on? Spirit, Knight of Swords, and the Hermit. Pisces, you're officially on the Bachelor or Bachelorette. You know, you're the Bachelor or the Bachelorette, and it's now time. Like, the contestants are here, or they're about to be here, and it's now about to be time for you to choose who you're going to settle down with. Because if you thought you were going to be single the rest of your life, if you thought that you were going to be like a crazy cat lady or crazy cat man, living up in the mountains of Appalachia, isolated somewhere in those woods and whatnot, far away from the remnants of civilization, you know, I don't, you could be living off grid or like in the cabin or in a more rural area with your person, but you're definitely not going to be single. You know, you're not going to be one of those single people that in their old age, they go crazy and whatnot, and then you become like a legend, right, in the neighborhood, you know, in the town. They're like, yeah, that's that crazy Pisces that lives up there. They say they're a witch, a wizard. They do magic and whatnot. They keep to themselves. They have like 10 cats. You know, like, that's not going to be you. Like, look at this hermit. He sort of looks like Dumbledore, like Gandalf, like Sauron, or Saruman, excuse me. You know, individuals that have dedicated their whole lives to like the study of magic and power. But like, you're going to have the powers, the magic, but you're also going to have your true love by your side. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. This decision will need to be made within these next 3 months, okay? It's going to be fast, okay? There's no more delays. The delays are over. Things going to be moving. Yeah, Death and the 3 of Pentacles. By these next 3 months, you will be either in the talking stage with someone or officially in relationship. Okay, with one of these energies, it's going to be rather rapid. This is very exciting. The Chariot, 10 of Swords. And individuals that did not step up or make the move when they had the chance are getting left behind in the dust. And that's how the cookie crumbles, you know? Temperance. Yeah, look. So we're taking bets here. You're either going to end up with this Virgo, this Taurus, this Leo, Aries, Sag energy, or this young Aries energy. That's where I'm seeing y'all headed. It's going to be like, these are going to be the final 4 is what it's looking like. Yeah, 3 of Cups, the Tower, the World. Something here also about the Galactic Federation. Y'all gotta watch out with the Galactic Federation now. Remember, the Federation is not really our friend. They are like the teacher, or they see themselves as the teachers. And, you know, we gotta do what they telling us to do, or they expect us to do certain things. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to be holding hands with the Galactic Federation and running off into flower fields. Like, that's not how that works. They're here, and I don't think they're too pleased with the things that have been going on planet Earth. You know, I'm just going to put that out there. So just be wary when you're communicating with the Federation and whatnot. Because love, the hidden enemies, jealousy, hiding true intentions, being two-faced, time to work in silence, good health, changing nutrition habits. Some of you could be going vegan or eating organic, trying to eat more fruits and veggies. Lightning, a sudden fast change, taking quick action. So the Tower and Stepping Stone, higher power, single life. You see, God is calling you out of this. He wants you to, you know, you have a beautiful heart, Pisces. He wants you to open up that heart. You know, there's only one lesson. Only one lesson, y'all. It's the hardest lesson. It's love, okay? Brick wall. The world. You're not meant to be like this brick wall, the world, higher power, single life. Like, you're not meant to be logged away. Logging yourself away. You're meant to show up to the world. You know, everybody needs your mysterious energy, Pisces. Right? Like, everybody needs that Neptunian influence that you bring in, the waters. You know, the water of Pisces is water for the soul, for the spirit. Like, that's what God is saying. Don't isolate yourself. Don't hide away in your room. And if you have to hide away in your room, then show up online, you know, show up on the internet forums, Reddit, Facebook groups. You know, there are ways now where we can meet people through the virtual reality, the virtual realm, social media. You know, if you don't want to leave your house, you don't like leaving your house, or you have anxiety, right? Show up in the virtual realm then. But don't hide away in the corners. Look, because this is what, look, I'm telling y'all. God's putting the time limit. The clock is ticking. And this is where you're headed. And you don't see it coming. You don't see this coming now. You don't. You think you're going to be single till the day you leave this world. And your heart could be cold or jaded. But love, that's all part of the learning experience. And when you find love, your world's going to be shattered. You're going to be like, what on earth? You're going to be exhausted with all these different options that are going to come your way. And you're going to be like this. Like, God, why are you doing this to me? Is this a way of punishing me? You know, I'm barely hanging on here with these energies. You know, but God is doing this because there has been delays in your love life. And he's saying it's okay to let somebody open the key to, you know, to your heart. It's okay to let someone, you can let someone love you now, Pisces. That's what God is saying. You can allow love in, and with that, everything becomes possible for you. That's why this is the key lesson here that you're going to learn. You're all going to learn it. All of us, not just you, Pisces. Evil eyes here. A lot of people giving that nasty eye, that stank eye. Stank, musty, busty, dusty energy. So that you remain single all your life. But look, online. You're taking flights. You know, you're going elsewhere. Reconciliation. Look, a lot of past people here were doing spell work. Love potion. Love voodoo. And they were feeding it to a voodoo doll of y'all. They were feeding it to a voodoo doll. It could have been a love blocking spell. Because, you know, whoever this is, they don't want you to ever move on. It could be that you have a crazy karmic soulmate that you weren't aware of. We all have karmic soulmate. There's different levels to karmic. Not all karmic soulmate is bad karmic soulmate. You know, the worst karmic soulmates are the ones that do black magic and voodoo and stab their partner in the back, you know. But some karmic soulmates, they're just karmic because they're very base level, you know. They're very much into this materialistic realm. They don't look past the physical, you know. So not all karmic connections are necessarily bad or evil. You know, just want to put that, just like not all soulmate connections are good. Not all twin flame connections are good. Sometimes they're actually really bad, worse than the karmic. It depends. It's going to depend on everybody's journey. Everybody's situation is going to be different, you know. But you're ready to cross this bridge, and you're ready to be with, you know, someone. Look at these two ladybugs together. Like, that's going to be you with your person. So the question is, Pisces, who do you choose? Well, we're about to see. These next 3 months is about to play out. But God has put a time limit on some of y'all. He wants to see it done. He wants to see a deal made. You know, he's going to apply the pressure. These energies are going to apply the pressure. You know, like all of a sudden you're going to feel like they all want you, like they're all coming at the same time. It's because God is giving them that energy, that power for them to go over there to you, to insist on making offers, to insist on having a union with you. And you are going to have to decide. You will have to decide. You're going to be in the midst of so much indecision, Pisces. And it's going to be so much fun. You're going to have a roller coaster ride. Okay, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. It's going to be fun. You know, roller coasters are fun, even if we don't like it. Even if we don't like roller coaster, they're still fun. They're exciting. They're exhilarating. You feel very free. You know, especially if it does a sudden drop out of nowhere. It's like the, you know, the adrenaline, the excitement. You're going to be on a roller coaster ride when it comes to love. Yes, but it's going to be okay. In the end, you're going to be married. Settle down. And God will be very pleased and satisfied with this. So that is your read. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I wish you love and light. Take care.